Hi students, welcome to Naveen Sir Physics classes. So in this session we are going to do some numericals based on the linear momentum and force. Let us begin the session. Right. The question is given like this. The momentum of a toy bus is 0.01 kg moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second is. So what are given in this question? Mass of the body is given as 0.01 kg and velocity is given as 5 meter per second. They are asking what is its linear momentum. Linear momentum equals to mass into velocity. So we can write 0.01 into 5. So our answer will be 0.05 kg meter per second. Right, next one. Next question, let us see. The net amount of force required to keep a 5 kg object moving towards with a constant velocity. So here the hint is constant velocity. So constant velocity is nothing but change in momentum is 0. If change in momentum is 0, we can write F equals to delta P by delta T. If delta P is 0, so force acting on it is also 0. Or velocity constant, that is there is no change in velocity, acceleration 0, F equals to ma, again F equals to 0. In any other manner we can analyze this question. Right, next one. A force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1 acceleration equals to 8 meter per second square and m2 an acceleration of 24 meter per second square. What is the acceleration if both masses are tied together? Okay, na? The bodies, first one is of mass m1, we don't know mass of this, but force acting on it is 5 Newton. Due to 5 newtons of force, it moves with an acceleration of 8 meter per second square. Another block is of mass m2 and the same force acting on it. F is same, 5 Newton, and it moves with an acceleration of 24 meter per second square. So they are asking when they tied together, the two bodies are tied together, again they are moved by using the same force 5 Newton. So what is the acceleration produced in the both the blocks they are asking. So here one point you should remember, when the objects are connected, then their experiences a common force. If they experiences a common force, the acceleration of both the bodies will be also same. That means the system, when they tied together, we can consider it as a system. The acceleration of the system is also equals to acceleration of the individual objects. So now by using this information, we are going to calculate what is the mass of it. So we can write F1 is equals to m1 a1. So m1 we can write F1 by a1 we can write. F1 value is what? Force acting on it is 5 and acceleration is 8. So 5 by 8 kg is the mass of the first body, and mass of the second body is also we can write F2 by a2 we can write. So what is F2? 5 by a2 is 24 kg. 5 by 24 kg we can write. Now what happens? Both the bodies are tied together and they are moving with a common acceleration. So we can write m1 plus m2 times of a. That means net force is equals to net mass into acceleration. So we can get a is equals to F by m1 plus m2 we can write. So what is the value of F? So F is same in all the cases. So F by 5 by 8, 5 by 24. Okay, so 5 from the denominator will common, 1 by 8 plus 1 by 24. This 5 get cancelled. So we are going to get, so 1 by denominator of LCM 1 plus 3. Therefore we are going to get acceleration as 24 by 4. Therefore 6 meter per second square is your answer. Right, next one. A player stops a football weighing 0.5 kg. M is given. So mass of the football is given 0.5 kg and comes flying towards him with a velocity. So initial velocity which is approaching him, that is 10 meter per second. If the impact nothing but the time for the contact between the ball and the player is 1 by 50th second. Then and the ball moves back with a velocity of 15 meter per second, then what is the force experienced, or what is the average force involved in this process, they are asking. So force, we know that if the interaction time or impact time is given, we can use this formula F equals to delta P by delta T. Sir, what is delta P? So delta P nothing but change in momentum. So how to add change in momentum? Mass into final velocity minus initial velocity. So mass 0.5, final velocity 15 minus 10, therefore 0.5 into 5. So 2.5 is the change in momentum. So how long the force acting on the body? 1 by 50th second. So we can write, so 2.5 by interaction time 1 by 50. So 2.5 denominator of denominator we can write in numerator. So 25 into 5. So our answer will be 125 Newton is the answer. So then no option is like that. So none of these we can select. Next one. Calculate the change in momentum of a body weighing 10 kg when it is velocity decreases from 20 meter per second to 0.2 meter per second. So change in momentum is equals to mass into final velocity minus initial velocity. So mass 10 kg, final velocity is 0.2 minus 20. So 10 into this value, I think so, minus 19.8, therefore minus 198 Newton second, because they are expressing in terms of momentum, force into interaction time, therefore Newton second is the unit of the momentum. In this way also we can write unit of the momentum. Right, next one. A force produces an acceleration of 5 centimeter per second square when it acts on a body of mass 20 gram. Find the force acting on it. So acceleration is given in CGS units. So 5 centimeter per second square. Mass also given in CGS only, 20 gram. Therefore what is the force experienced by the body? F equals to m into a we can write. So 5 into 20, therefore 100 we can write. So 100 gram centimeter per second square or 100 dynes we can write. I told you that already, the relation between Newton and dyne, 1 Newton equals to 10 power of 5 dyne. So but our options are given in terms of in Newton, so we should convert this dyne into Newton. Therefore we can write 1 dyne equals to 1 by 10 to the power of 5 Newton or 10 to the power of minus 5 Newton. So let us multiply with that, 100 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So our answer will be 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Newton. So this is the problem related to the conversion of unit dyne into Newton. Okay na? To do this problem we should know this relation. Without knowing this relation we cannot get the answer, because the options will be given in SI. Right, next. A force acts on a body of mass 200 gram. Its velocity changes from 15 meter per second to 25 meter per second. Then what is the magnitude of force? Then assuming the force to be constant, so same, F equals to delta P by delta T. Delta P we can find m into V minus U, and then you can get the answer. Convert the mass into kilogram. 200 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg, therefore 0.2 kg is mass. Okay, so body changes its velocity m into v minus u and delta t. So substitute the values. V minus u is what? V minus u, we are going to get 10 meter per second and interaction time will be 2.5. So substitute in this, F equals to delta P. So delta P nothing but m into V minus u by 10, sorry, into 10, 2.5. So 20 by 25. So 4 by 5, 0.8 Newton is the answer for that. The next one. A force acting on a particle of mass 200 displaces it 400 centimeter in 2 seconds. Find the magnitude of initial velocity of particle. Initial velocity of particle is 0. So initial velocity of the particle u is given as 0, and then a particle of mass 200 kg we will, so 200 grams we will take. So 200 gram, that means mass we are going to get 0.2 kg. Right, next, distance. So how much distance it travels? 400 centimeter. So 400 centimeter nothing but we can write 4 meter, and time t equals to 2 seconds. So then how to solve this? If initial velocity is 0, so can I use s equals to half at square to find its acceleration? So 4 1 by 2 a into t square. T square nothing but 2 square. So 4a equals to 1. Okay. So a equals to 1 ut plus half at square. Ut plus half a into t square. Sorry, this is 4 square. 4 acceleration is 2. Therefore f equals to ma. So m value is 0.2 into 2, 0.4 Newton. Okay na? So here there is no information about the acceleration. So by using this information we are going to get acceleration by using the second equation of motion, s equals to ut plus half at square. Sir, if we use third equation of motion, can we get the answer? Let us check it. V square minus u square by 2as. So to use this expression, you should know the value of the final velocity. There is no information about final velocity. So that's why directly I am using the s is equals to ut plus half at square for this expression. Right, next one. A force acts for 10 seconds. So interaction time is given as 10 seconds on a body of mass 10 kg, after which the force ceases on the body, travels 50 meter in next 5 seconds. Okay, now 50 meter, the body travels a distance of 50 meter in next 5 seconds. Time for the journey. Then find the magnitude of force acting on it. Okay, so delta t is given, m is given, and they are asking, so how long the object is moving? By traveling a distance of 50 meter, after which it ceases and the body travels a distance of 50 meter, and the time for the journey is 5 seconds. So can we find? By using this information, s is equals to half at square. So 50 half into a value. What is acceleration? A we should find t square. So what is t square? 5 square. So 50 into 2, a into 25. 25 2s are a equals to 4 meter per second square by using second equation of motion. Therefore, F equals to, we can use m a. So m value is 10 and the magnitude of the acceleration is 440 newtons. Okay na? So 40 newtons is the force acting on it. So we will check the options later. Options are not matching. This is the method. The next one, the velocity time graph of a ball moving on the surface of floor is given. Then calculate the force acting on the ball if the mass of the ball is 200 gram. I told you already. So it is an indirect question. So which gives the relation between equations of motion and laws of motion. So by using slope of Vt, we can get acceleration. Acceleration, I told you that already. So change in velocity by time interval t2 minus t1. So from this, we will calculate its acceleration between these 2 points. So this is 4 comma 20, and this is 0 comma 0. Any 2 points, the slope is constant. So 20 minus 0 by 4 minus 0. Okay, therefore acceleration is 5 meter per second square. F equals to ma. So m value we can write mass 0.2 into 5. So 1 Newton is the magnitude of force acting. I am converting this mass into kg, that I am going to get 0.2 kg. Let us see next one. A force acts on a body of mass 3 kg such that its velocity changes from 4 meter per second to 10 meter per second. Calculate the change in momentum. Similar model. So delta P m into V minus U. Substitute, you are going to get the answer. Right, next one. So a scooter of mass 120 kg moving with a velocity 108 km per hour. Calculate the force required to stop the vehicle in 0.1 second. Okay. So your initial velocity is given 108 km per hour, but we should convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second by multiplying with 5 by 18. Already I told you how to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second when we discussed the chapter motion. Okay, so 6. So initial velocity is 30 meter per second. The force required to stop the body, stop nothing but it comes into 0 speed. So 0 meter per second in a time interval of 0.1 second. By using this information we can get V minus U by T, we can write. So 0 minus 30 by 0.1, therefore minus 300 meter per second square is acceleration. Therefore F equals to ma. So 120 into 300. So 12 3s are 36. How many is 1, 2, 3? So 36,000 Newton, but negative. So negative sign represents retarding. Here in the question they given only magnitude. If the options contains both 3600 and 36,000 and 36,000, one is positive, another one is negative. So which is appropriate in this? The negative sign is appropriate, not the positive sign, because the body comes into rest, its speed is decreasing. If the speed is decreasing, the body is moving with negative acceleration. The force represents retarding force. Okay now. Right, next one. A force of 200 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kg for 10 seconds. Find the change in momentum. So F equals to delta P by delta T. They are asking change in momentum only. Delta P is equals to F into delta T. So force given 200 into how many seconds it is acting? 10 seconds. Therefore 2000 Newton second is the change in momentum. Right, next one. So the force F acting on a particle of mass m is indicated by the force time graph showing the change in momentum of the body during a time interval of 0 to 8 seconds. I told you that already. If the graph force time graph gives area under ft graph gives momentum. Okay, so here how many areas we can see? This is area 1, area 2, area 3. Let us find out the area 1. If you observe that graph, it is triangular in shape, therefore half into base into height we can use. So half into 2 into 6, so 6 a1, and then a2. a2 is length into breadth, so length 2 and breadth minus 3, so minus 6 a2. And then finally a3, again we can use length into breadth, so length value is 4 and breadth value is 3, so 12. So let us use the net momentum P1 plus P2 plus P3. In last lecture I explained how to find out the momentum by using force time graph. In the same way, force by using momentum time graph. If you want, once again you can listen to that lecture, then you can get the clarity for this problem. So P1 6 minus 6 plus 12. If it is in negative coordinate, we can take negative coordinate only. So your answer will be 12 Newton into second. So these are the some important numericals or frequently asked numericals based on the force and momentum. Okay, right, take care, stay safe.